you know, they signed plea agreements that was a 20 to 30 year range. They, of course, got sentenced at the high end of the range, but KiKi's deal was 35 years with cooperation. But they gave him a polygraph test, and specifically about Kai Franklin's money ordering, he failed the polygraph. And at sentencing, KiKi Graham told the judge, quote, "I'm sorry that my story wasn't embellished or sensationalized enough to the agent's liking, but my plea agreement didn't require that." Regardless, the prosecutors, for that and other factors, revoked their deal, and the judge handed down a maximum sentence, life with no chance for parole. Now, if you look up KiKi Graham in the Bureau of Prisons now, he actually does have an outdate of 2032. Kai Franklin Graham eventually pled guilty to structuring financial transactions in a way that avoided scrutiny from federal authorities, and she agreed to cooperate in what one prosecutor describes, quote, as an ongoing investigation into cocaine trafficking. So KiKi Graham, like I said, he's been resentenced to the year 2032, so he ended up with about a 25-year sentence. His partner in 404 Motorsports and in coke trafficking, his one-time best friend Scott King, because of his cooperation, only got 24 years, which actually, when you think about it, they really kind of got a similar amount of time. And Jerry J. Rock Davis of the Sin City Mafia, who was the one in charge of that whole venture that KiKi Graham was smuggling for, he got 40 years. He didn't do any cooperating. Graham's failed polygraph test about the info he provided was not just about his wife's money laundering. Prosecutors discovered that Graham's version of events contradicted the statements of other witnesses about the Ulysses Hackett and Misty Carter murders. One filing states Graham told Scott King that his associate supplied the gun to murder Ulysses Hackett and his girlfriend. Another person, associate number 2, was seen near Carter's apartment shortly after Hackett and Carter were murdered. And according to Scott King, he and Graham were with that guy when he allegedly did a double murder in Washington, D.C. That's in the BMF book. That's where they were at an All-Star game or something, and they were in a limo and got into it, just an argument on the street, and someone got out and shot 2 people. And the third associate that he lied about in the polygraphs was someone he had a close relationship with, that he was in the drug business with, and those homicides, and he didn't want their name coming up because they probably never got in any trouble. So